Hi, welcome to our channel, Programming of Mind, where we accelerate your knowledge with concise, from high-value book summaries. Let's begin listening with heart. The gift of true attention. Listening is the most underestimated skill in any difficult conversation. Most people think they are listening when they are really preparing their reply or silently judging what the other person is saying. They nod, they wait for their turn, they look calm. But inside, they are collecting evidence to defend themselves. True listening is something deeper, more generous, more courageous. It means stepping out of your own story long enough to fully hear the other person's. It means putting your defenses aside and letting yourself be touched by someone else's truth. Imagine a husband and wife who have been fighting about how to care for an aging parent. She feels exhausted and alone. He feels unappreciated and criticized. Every time they talk, she starts listing her burdens, and he interrupts to explain how much he already does. Neither feels heard, and the resentment grows. One evening, instead of arguing, he says, "I want to hear how you feel." Without interrupting for 5 minutes, she is hesitant, but she begins to speak, really speak. She talks about her fear of losing her mother, her loneliness, her guilt. He does not correct her or defend himself. He simply listens, and for the first time in months, she feels seen. Her shoulders relax, her voice softens. They have not solved everything, but they have found the start of understanding. Listening with heart does not mean you agree with everything you hear. It means you care enough to let the other person's words matter. You allow their reality to exist alongside yours. You stop trying to fix or change them, and instead offer the simple gift of your full presence. You say with your silence, "I respect you. I am here. I want to know you." A manager named Paul had an employee who was constantly late to meetings. He was ready to give her a formal warning, but his mentor asked him, "Have you really listened to her story?" He called her in and said, "I want to understand what's making this hard for you." She broke down in tears and explained she was caring for a sick child alone. Paul was shocked and humbled. He realized how quick he had been to judge. Without understanding, that moment did not excuse her lateness, but it created trust and compassion instead of punishment. They created a plan together to support her. And the team. True listening requires courage, because it means you might hear something uncomfortable. You might hear that you have hurt someone. Without knowing, you might hear that your good intentions were misunderstood. You might hear truths that challenge your own story. But listening with heart is the first step toward repair and growth. It takes a strong person to say, "Tell me more," when every part of you wants to say you're wrong. When you listen deeply, you also model that behavior for others. You show them what respect looks like. You teach them how to be present. You create a space where honesty can thrive and where healing can happen. Listening with heart does not always lead to agreement, but it always leads to deeper understanding, and understanding is the soil where trust grows. A woman named Mira had always felt overshadowed by her older sister. She finally gathered the courage to share this during a family gathering. She said, "I have always felt like you were the favorite, like nothing I did was good enough." Her sister started to defend herself, but their mother interrupted and said, "Let's just listen." Mira spoke through tears about years of feeling invisible. The room was silent. No one interrupted, no one corrected her. When she finished, her sister hugged her and said, "I never knew you felt that way." That moment changed their relationship, because someone was finally willing to listen without trying to fix or deny. Listening with heart means you ask questions that invite honesty. Questions like, "Can you help me understand what this feels like for you?" Or, "What do you need most from me right now?" It means you reflect back what you hear, not to parrot their words, but to show you are truly present. You say, "I hear that you feel hurt and overwhelmed, and I want you to know I'm listening." This kind of listening does not come naturally. It is a skill you practice, a discipline you build over time. When you offer your full attention, you're giving something rare and precious in a world where everyone is rushing to speak. Being the person who can simply listen is a gift beyond measure. It calms defenses, it dissolves anger, it creates connection, it transforms difficult conversations from battlegrounds into bridges. Never underestimate the power of listening with your heart. It is the simplest, most human act of love and respect, and it is often the turning point that changes everything. Thank you for listening, and please like the video and subscribe for more great upcoming content that will put you in top 1% people in the world.